The verse, "Then Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, and Joshua, the son of Jehozadak, the high priest, with all the remnant of the people, obeyed Yahweh, their God's voice, and the words of Haggai, the prophet, as Yahweh, their God, had sent him, and the people feared Yahweh." Haggai chapter 1 verse 12. A tapestry of obedience and reverence. This single verse from the book of Haggai paints a vivid portrait of a community at a turning point. It's a story woven with threads of obedience, leadership, prophetic utterance, and ultimately, a renewed reverence for God. It speaks to us across the ages, whispering profound truths about how we, too, can rebuild our lives and communities on the firm foundation of faith. The context is crucial. The Israelites, recently returned from exile in Babylon, faced a disheartening reality. The glorious Temple of Solomon lay in ruins, a stark reminder of their past disobedience and God's judgment. Discouragement had settled upon them, and the rebuilding of the temple had stalled. Self-interest and a focus on personal comforts had eclipsed the higher calling to honor God. Enter Haggai, the prophet, a voice sent by Yahweh. His words, sharp and direct, pierced through the apathy. He challenged the people to consider their priorities, asking them why they dwelled in paneled houses while God's house lay desolate. His message was clear. Neglecting God's work brought about hardship and spiritual emptiness. The verse captures the pivotal moment of response. Zerubbabel, the governor, and Joshua, the high priest, the key leaders of the community, stepped forward. Their obedience was not merely an outward act, it was a heartfelt acceptance of God's will. They obeyed Yahweh, their God's voice, and the words of Haggai, the prophet. This obedience was not blind or automatic. It was an informed response to the call of God, mediated through the prophetic word. They recognized the authority behind Haggai's message and the urgent need to realign their lives with God's purpose. But it wasn't just the leaders who responded. All the remnant of the people followed suit. This speaks volumes about the power of leadership by example. When leaders demonstrate genuine faith and commitment, it inspires those around them. It also highlights the importance of community. The rebuilding of the temple was not an individual endeavor, it was a collective effort, requiring the participation of everyone. The verse culminates in a powerful declaration, "And the people feared Yahweh." This fear was not a cowering dread, but a profound reverence, a deep respect for God's holiness and power. It was the kind of awe that motivates obedience and fosters a genuine desire to please Him. It was a recognition of their dependence on God and a commitment to walk in His ways. The message for us today is clear. Obedience, born of reverence for God and guided by His Word, is the key to rebuilding the broken places in our lives and communities. When we prioritize God's will above our own desires, when we listen to the prophetic voices that challenge us to live more faithfully, when we work together in unity, and when we cultivate a deep reverence for God, we open ourselves to His blessing and experience the joy of fulfilling His purpose. Like the Israelites of old, we too can rise from the ruins of our past and build a future filled with hope and the manifest presence of God. The story of Zerubbabel, Joshua, and the remnant of the people is a timeless reminder that obedience, fueled by reverence, unlocks the power of God to transform individuals and nations.